Hey guys, so today I want to talk about the differences between American girls and Japanese girls. I think girls, for the most part, are pretty much kind of the same. I want to say that styles and stuff like that, they kind of vary, but I mean, they vary like anywhere you go for girls. But maybe the roles are a little bit different here, I want to say, comparing guys to girls in Japan compared to like in America. But then even in America, I feel like girls are this way too. The first thing I want to say is probably that girls are a lot stronger here compared to the guys. And then also in America, there's strong girls too. Like they kind of if you bad to say, but they're kind of like they run things. They're very strong. They're very independent. The girls here are very independent, and from what like I've noticed, they're especially in Japan, they tend to be a lot stronger. They're more outgoing, and they know what they want in life pretty much. The girls like if we go back to like me teaching at school, the girls they're a lot like stronger. Like the guys, they tend to cry a lot, and I don't have anything against crying, but like they cry for like the weirdest things sometimes. Like not having like usually for like eating, they set up like this little table in class, and then they put like the food on top of that because everybody eats inside their class in Japan. And the guy, like one time, yes, he wanted some more. What was it like? Some kind of soup or something like that, and there wasn't no more because everybody ate it. And then he just started crying, and I was just like, oh, because he wanted more soup, but like I think I don't know what happened, but he wasn't even in the classroom at the time. But like when everybody started getting like their seconds, because they have a certain time when they start getting seconds, he wasn't around, and then he came back, and then he tried to get some, but there wasn't no more, and then he just started crying. But there's just so many instances that like the guy just started crying randomly, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like I don't understand. Like losing and stuff like that. I've only had one girl cry in my class for losing, and she said like she didn't understand the game or something. But it was just so funny because I was like, but I asked everybody like so many times, do you understand the game? And everybody's like, okay. But it wasn't okay, and she cried. But that was the only girl I've ever seen cry in my class. Usually it's always like guys crying for something. Even if it's just not in my class, it's just like randomly for eating or something like that, they're crying. But the girls tend to be like stronger. Like I see the girls like they're like they're like ha and like they're kicking and stuff, and I'm just like wow. And sometimes like they beat up on the boys. It's pretty funny, but they're very strong here, and I want to say like it goes from like even being like younger to like older, because like a lot of the girls, I feel like they know what they want. The guys in general, they kind of like just like sway. They're a little more like they just follow what like maybe the girl probably kind of says. I want to say like I've had like one guy that I met, like he's married, and we were gonna hang out, like not even just us, but like just like me, him, and like maybe other guys from the guy teachers. But like it could never happen because he's like, oh well, I have to check with my wife, and I have to check with my wife, and I have to check with my wife. And I'm like, but we're just going to karaoke. Like there's nothing. Like I mean, like yeah, to ask her. I mean, you could even invite her. I don't care if she comes, but I'm just like, we're just going to karaoke. Like there's nothing bad that could possibly happen at karaoke, I don't think. But like he like it pretty much it could never happen because I guess he was scared to probably ask her at the same time. But like if it was something work related, like we did end up going one time, but it pretty much seemed like it was work related because the vice principal said pretty much said like we're going to hang out with Greg. And they did. But like for him, like if he says it's like, oh, it's for work, then it's like it's okay, kind of, because it's for work. But like just randomly hanging out, which was the same thing. We just did karaoke with the teacher, well, with the guy teachers. It was just us guys, and we were just doing karaoke. But like that, like it was work related, so it was like okay. But like he would always be like, yeah, I have to check with my wife. And I was just like, I don't mind. Like, honestly, like, I would let my loved one know where I'm going or whatever if I was going out. But I was just like, you can't go, like, at all? Like, we're just going to karaoke. But, I mean, like, yeah, this started, like, way back when I first got here. So, like, it hasn't changed. So, I'm just like, wow. But, like, I want to say girls back home, they're strong too. They're very independent. Majority of my friends were independent. Like I have friends that have their careers going already. Girlfriends, they have their careers like already going. Like they know what they want, and they're after it. I don't really have too many girlfriends that are like, if you want to put it like this, like are trying to find like a lover to kind of support them. Like majority of at least my girlfriends, maybe they're like running things, like they do what they want, and I mean they don't really like try to ask anybody like can they do this or can they do that. No, they're just like on top of their game, and I feel like a lot of girls here are like that too. The guys are more kind of like wishy-washy, like you don't know if they're gonna be like cool or if you gotta like do this or do that just like to hang out with them and stuff like that. And I want to say the guys are probably more scared of foreigners than the girls are, but I think this is probably like every country because even in America, I feel like a majority of like interracial romances, marriages and stuff like that is typically probably because of the girl, I want to say. I mean the guy too, obviously, because he likes the girl, but it's even here, like majority of Japanese girls would probably have a foreigner husband or boyfriend compared to like a Japanese guy having a foreigner girlfriend or wife. Like I've only seen it like once. My friend that came with me 5, 6 years ago, she's married now. She has a kid, not kids. She has a kid, but she's married. She has a Japanese husband, but majority of people that I know, usually it tends to be like a Japanese girl with like a foreigner guy. I want to say Japanese girls are just more open, and like I said, they're a lot stronger with these things. They're a lot more open to like having interracial kids and stuff like that, and probably just like love, like they don't care where it's from. The guys are probably just like not there, like I don't know about that. Like nah, just like only Japanese girls or whatever, or at least be Asian or probably, or maybe like white or something like that. There's like that kind of stuff too that goes on, but majority of the time, if there is like like interracial like romance or lovers, or if they're married, I know tons of Japanese women that are married to like foreigner guys, and you see them like all the time. The foreign guy doesn't even know any Japanese, but like he has his Japanese girlfriend or wife, so he's good. And kids, they have a lot of interracial kids, I want to say, because the girls are, like I said, more willing to like get into a relationship with like foreigner guys here. But like I don't think I've, maybe like a few times, like one from like my friend, and like maybe like 2 or 3 times, no, yeah, probably about that, on the streets, that I've seen like uh a foreigner girl with like a Japanese guy. I don't know, it's just like something you just don't really see, I want to say, or I haven't ran into it. But like I said, I feel like that's like with all countries. I feel like girls are more like, girls are searching for love probably, more than probably guys, or guys are just, I guess, more sexual, so they're not searching for love or anything like that. So I don't know, maybe they don't have any wives, but maybe they've not even dated or had sex, I guess, with like foreigners. I don't know, or maybe that's more of a thing than actually trying to actually have a relationship with somebody, as opposed to girls, like they're more looking for relationships, so it's easier to spot like an interracial relationship between like a girl and a guy compared to like a guy and a girl because maybe he's just like, no, I just want the sex and then we're good or something like that. Don't really know, but maybe that's why. I mean, there's a lot of things that you don't really know unless you like talk to them. But I don't think majority of the Japanese guys that I've talked to, they're pretty much married. They have Japanese wives and kids. I don't know any that have ever said they dated a foreigner girl or that are dating one or are married to any. So maybe that's just the thing. But like I said, I feel like that's like something between like all countries. Girls are just, I don't know, they're independent. They're strong. Majority of, or half and half, I guess, if you want to put it like that. But like just like in America, well, at least majority of my friends, like I know, I feel like they're strong and independent and they know what they want. They go out for what they want, and they have their careers going for them. But the difference here is that girls tend to like, they go to school, they go to college and stuff like that. They're stronger, I want to say, in the relationship status. But they don't tend to work usually. Japan is a little bit different and probably old school, if you want to put it like that. As in the girls, they'll even go to college and stuff like that. But then once they get like their husband, they like stop and then they just start, just doing more like home stuff. So it's just like, they become the housewife. Yeah. So they, they rear the kids and cook and clean and stuff like that. But I don't know. For me, that's the only thing I want to say is different for real is that I don't see the point of going to school for so many years and then just like quitting your job and then it's just like, okay, he's going to do everything job wise and then I'm just going to be at home. Then you might as well not even go to school because I felt like that 4 years is kind of just a waste of time. I mean, I guess if it's like a plan B, like as in like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to find a husband or I don't know if I'm going to get married or anything like that. So, that, but I do know that, like, when I was working previously, like a few years ago when I worked for the Eikawa company, the English, conversation company, I used to meet women all the time that, they would, go and they would come to my classes and it would be like all women usually, all the same women, because they're housewives, so that's what they do in their spare time because they have nothing else to do besides like shop and study English and if they have kids, take care of the kids and stuff like that. But they don't have much to do, so like they try to figure out what they can do. So they used to come to my English lessons and we used to always talk about different things and have fun. But like it was just so different because I'm just like, they would tell me about these things like, yeah, I went to school and then then I got married, so then I quit my job and then now all I do is just take care of the house. I cook, I clean, and I take English lessons. I go to like different kind of clubs like tennis, piano, swimming and stuff like that because they don't have nothing to do besides just like kind of wait around for their husband. And I'm just like, wow, that kind of sucks. But like they have a strong presence in the relationship. Like I said, because like compared like with my friend, like they he has to ask her for this and ask her for that and all that stuff. They have a strong presence in a relationship and they could do whatever they want to, but at the same time they still revert back to that like, I'm gonna stay at home and just do like, I guess if you want to put what they used to say like women things, cooking, cleaning and stuff like that. Even though like I feel like you guys should just mutually just like be working together, for a certain thing. But maybe it's easier that way for Japan. Or maybe it would change sometime in the future. But yeah, they still have that old fashioned like, like, okay, well, I'm just going to stay at home and then you do the working and I'll do the work at home kind of thing. But they still have, like I said, a strong presence in the relationship. Like, you still need to ask them for this and ask them for that, stuff like that. Or at least the majority of the girls that I met, they were pretty strong. And like I said, even through my guy friend, I learned, like, yeah, like, he can't do anything pretty much, it seems. Because I was like, man, it's been like 6 months and we've only hung out once, and that's because pretty much the vice principal said he had to. But yeah, it's crazy because I'm just like, what's the point of going to school just to do that? And I had like, even when I worked at that time, I had like one girlfriend that she was there, and she had just graduated. She was with the company for about 6 months, and then she said, yeah, but I gotta quit. And I was like, why? I was like, you don't like it here? She's like, oh, no, 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 it's not like I don't like it here. She was like, because I'm getting married. I'm like, so like, I didn't understand. I was like, wait, so you gotta quit because you're getting married? I thought there was like some law where you can't work at a company if you got married or something. I was like, what's going on? And then she was just like, oh, no, 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 no. She was just like, because generally in Japan when you get married you don't work no more. And I was just like, wow. I was like, wasn't that like a waste of school? She's like, yeah. But I'm like, then why go? But that compared to like America, I feel like generally these days guys and girls are like on the same level, like both working. But then the girl, depending on your relationship, the girl's probably still doing like the cooking and cleaning too, unless you are like one of those relationships where everybody's actually like doing everything together, which is I think probably the best relationship, because like everybody's working together. It's not like the girl works and then she also has to come home and clean, and then because that's just like a lot. It's better if everybody's just like mutually helping each other. And that's both of the things in like America. Is either the girl is probably doing everything, showing like she's very strong. She does this, she does that, and she probably doesn't get that much sleep or whatever, but she's still like on her game. She's doing different things, and she's still working for her relationship. Besides here, like they just quit, and then it's just like, okay, well then I'll just take care of home, and then now I got all this free time, so I guess I'll just shop, and then one thing I still got free time, so I guess I'll go to the pool or something. Guess I got more free time, so kind of thing. But like I said, the presence in the relationship is still strong. Also, the style. The style here is a bit different from America. The girls they try to be a lot more cutesy, I guess, if you want to put it like that. Like they say, like the kawaii kind of like cuteness. So the makeup and stuff sometimes can be like a lot, I want to say, because I'm not too big of a fan of makeup. I mean, I do like visual K. I mean, that's something I can't help. But like the girls, like I don't like too much makeup, and they tend to wear a lot here, especially. Well, maybe that's. I mean, I guess it's people in general. Anyway, I don't too much care for too much makeup. I like natural beauty, but they tend to wear like a lot of makeup. I want to say, maybe not more. Maybe it is a more compared to America, but I mean, I guess girls in general tend to wear a lot of makeup in general. But like I don't even know the different makeup names. What's this, like blush or something? Just in case I'm wrong. but yeah, they wear like a lot of like like just the red circles on their face. They do like the double eyelids, to make their eyes big. They do like the big contacts, which makes their eyes look big. In here, everybody has like the apps to make you look that much more beautiful, or like it like hides like everything on your face. So like you can have like all this like acne problems, and then boom, take a picture, and then it's like boom, they're like all gone. And you're just like, what? But you didn't look like that in the picture, kind of thing, And I mean, the guys do it too. Like they do it all the time. Like I'm like, why does everybody have to like use something to make them look beautiful? And then you ask them, like, I met these guys and they're like, let's take a picture. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, let's use snow. Snow is like the thing everybody uses here. I'm like, no. Let's just take a regular picture. And they say, no, I can't do that. I'm like, what? You can't take a regular picture? Like, I don't understand. Just take the picture. Yeah, no. We need snow. I'm like, snow? But like everybody wants to be that much more beautiful or good looking or whatever. So they use all these different like apps or whatever. I'm not a big fan of that, like at all. like I said, I like natural beauty or whatever. And then you never know how people look if they always using like different like things to make them look different. But like the girls, like I said, they'll do a lot of makeup, and then also at the same time, then they'll use like this beautiful maker app to make them look that much more gorgeous or whatever. And you're like, dang. But then like I don't know, it's just for someone like me that likes natural beauty, it makes it that much harder because then I can't like base anything off of a picture because I'm like, But sometimes, like it'll say like snow on the bottom or something like that. So then you like like okay, like I probably can't like really take this picture to heart. We don't have too many of those like glorified like beautiful making apps in like America. There's a few, but not like in Japan and probably Korea. They have like like the really good like apps like yeah, they make you look very good. And you're like, wow, like you have like there's like I don't think you've ever had a pimple in your life. Kind of like apps, but yeah, they have those. And girls, yeah, they do wear makeup in America, but I feel like it's not as much all the time unless they're like going probably out to like maybe like a party something like that. But I don't feel like it's like overdrawn out unless you're one of those girls that has to have like a lot of makeup in America. But I feel like generally girls here they wear a lot more makeup compared to like girls back home or what I'm used to. But then I feel like my friends didn't wear as much makeup too, so maybe all of this is kind of biased because they didn't wear as much. They wore a little bit, but not like a lot. Like none of my friends were just like boom, and I'm just like, who are you, kind of thing. Like no, they were always toned down, and they did it so they looked pretty, and then we were good, and we hung out. But here it's just like they have to spend a lot of time because they just do so much, for like their eyes, like the double eyelids and stuff like that. And then I think it's blush. Hopefully somebody save me. And then like all the different things, just so they could look good. I mean, like, even when I went to live, those girls were, like, in heels. Like, I mean, like, I'm in big heels and stuff like that. And I'm like, for live? But then, like, then they took it off and then they put it to the side so they could do their dances and stuff. But I'm just like, but why even come in the heels? You might as well left those at home. But like, I mean, they were still fun. But anyway, beside the point. But it was just like, wow, you could just left those at home. But, like, yeah, they still like to look cute. I mean, girls back home do the same thing. They like to look cute wherever they go. But, like, then I feel like I have the girlfriends that are just like, no, I don't do heels kind of thing. Like, no, that's too much for me. I'll do the flats or something, but I won't do heels kind of thing. Have a lot of those kind of girlfriends. But I feel like majority of girls here, they really like to try to do it up. But then, I guess they have to because guys try to do it up too. I need a video on like comparing the guys to the girls here. I'll probably work on that next. But yeah, girls back home and girls here, I feel like they're pretty much a lot the same. Besides probably like the excessive makeup here, probably, and the like quitting your job, going to school 4 years, quitting your job kind of thing. Just stay at home kind of thing. We can't. Maybe we just can't do that back home anyway because just everything's just so expensive that you can't rely off on one person's income like you can in America. So the girls could choose to like stay home and do that, because it's a thing in Japan, but not many girls could choose to do that back home in America. So maybe that's also why. But like I feel like besides, comparing like the guys to the girls here, the guys here in Japan, I mean here and in America compared to like the girls here and back home, I feel like they tend to probably be a bit broader for the guys compared to like the girls. I feel like girls are always going to try to do their best to look as beautiful as they can, like I said, the only difference was just like the working, like, because everybody still wears wigs here. They do extensions here. Like everything's like, I want to say pretty much the same. I guess there is the voice thing, but I think they try to work on that for years because girls here tend to try to like have their voice very, 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 very high. So, everybody, I can't really do it. I mean, I sing very high, but like just trying to like talk at that kind of caliber. I don't think I could do, but it's like very, very high, and they try to be as cute as they can when they say. I mean, there are a few guys that do that here too, but like generally, girls tend to be very, very high. And you don't meet too many girls that have like a hoarse voice, like not like back home, but maybe like I said, it's probably because they've been trying to do it for so long that like when all of this like was just like set in stone, it was just like, okay, boom, that's just my voice. But they tend to be a lot higher than girls back home. You know, the only thing I know about girls back home is like that telephone voice, or you know, they're like hi hi, and then they're like hello, and then you're like, who is that? You know, the telephone voice. That's a big one in at least back home. In California, a lot of girls have that telephone voice. Their voice is regular usually when they're in public, but then like they have to sexify it when they get on the phone, which is different. But like the girls here, since it's always high, it's just always high, so there's never any difference. But yeah, I think next time I do want to talk about comparing like the guys and girls here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.